Hey everyone, I'm Annika Santano, and welcome to Keeping Up with the Capitol, Episode 1. Today, we're going to be talking about the Speaker of the House elections and what they mean for the House of Representatives. The elections closed exactly 1 month ago today, so it's a perfect time to reflect. Let's get started. First, let's talk about the basics. What is the House of Representatives and how is it set up? The House of Representatives is one of the Houses of Congress, with the other half being the Senate. We'll talk about the Senate in a later video. The House of Representatives is made up of 435 voting members from each of the 50 states. The members are assigned to districts within the states, and the number of members a state has is proportional to its population. Although there are 435 voting members, there are 6 non-voting members from the District of Columbia, Puerto Rico, Guam, American Samoa, U.S. Virgin Islands, and the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands. The representatives in the House are chosen through public elections, and these elections usually result in a majority number of representatives within the House. In the 2022 midterm elections, the Republicans had the majority number of seats within the House of Representatives, so the Republican Party is now the majority party and essentially has control of the House. Whichever party has control of the House, their party gets to choose one of their own members to become the Speaker of the House. The Speaker of the House has many roles, including administering the oath of office to representatives, moderating speaking on the House floor during legislative discussions, counting votes, appointing members to committees within the House of Representatives, sending bills to committees, and signing bills that pass in the House. The Speaker does not serve on any committees or participate in the floor debate, and they are second in line to the presidency after the Vice President. This year, the 2023 Speaker of the House election elected Republican Kevin McCarthy from California to the role. This year's election was tumultuous. It took 15 votes in order for Kevin McCarthy to gain the 218 votes he needed to secure his place as Speaker of the House. And it took a lot of concessions and negotiating on his part in order to gain enough votes. Let's take a look at what the LA Times identifies as the 4 biggest concessions that Kevin McCarthy had to give away to his party in order to gain the number of votes he needed. First up, the House Rules Committee. The Rules Committee is a group within the House of Representatives that sets guidelines for how bills are proposed and debated on the House floor. Kevin McCarthy had to allow members of the Freedom Caucus to serve as members of the Rules Committee during this congressional session. The Freedom Caucus is known for being a very conservative group of Republicans, and now that they will share seats with the Democrats on the Rules Committee, they will serve as fierce opposition towards the Democrats, which could cause a lot of discord when it comes to trying to reach a compromise. Second, McCarthy had to allow for a provision that required a supermajority in order to change any increases in tax rates, which means 60% of the House has to agree. Additionally, any raises in the debt limit has to go through a House vote. Previously, any raises in the debt limit happened automatically when budget matters were decided by Congress in general. Third, recent discussions about term limits will finally come to vote on a bill. The bill proposes that House of Representatives members can only serve 6 years total or 3 terms, and senators can only serve 12 years total or 2 terms. And fourth and finally, the most interesting concession of all, McCarthy actually made it easier for the Republicans of the House to remove him from the role of Speaker of the House. Previously, it required at least half of House Republicans to call to vote in order to oust McCarthy from the role of Speaker of the House. Now, only 1 representative has to call the vote in order to remove him, so we'll see how that plays out in the later months. Okay, that was definitely a lot, but what a better time to reflect than exactly 1 month later. In the next videos, we're going to go over the setup of the House in depth, the Senate, people to know in both chambers of Congress, and even more information to help you get up to date on current events, politics, and your role with the government. Click that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in later episodes.